Nintendo has announced that they are releasing a limited Nintendo OLED. No, not a Switch 2 or not a Switch Pro, just the standard one that we've already had. But they're going to release it now again as a limited edition. This is going to be the Tears of the Kingdom limited edition console. It includes the actual Nintendo Switch OLED with the new docking case, and I think it looks really, really cool. You get some really cool looking Joy-Cons here as well. Seems like they've taken a lot of inspiration from the gold and from the green colors, which are really synonymous with Zelda. It's hard not to think of a Zelda game without thinking of like the gold Triforce, obviously the green tunic that Link typically wears, at least when he starts his adventure. And as with the Breath of the Wild game, Tears of the Kingdom is really investing in some of these circular art pieces with almost this digitized camo pattern. Think when you were putting the Sheikah slate down on a tablet, it almost looked like it was some sort of kanji Japanese or something you would see out of the Matrix. Just symbols that almost make shapes that are in like a letter type format, but obviously illegible to at least me. You see a lot of that artwork here. You see it kind of as a radial going around the image as well. And then, of course, front and center, you have the Triforce, which has lots and lots of swag around it. Maybe bird wings, almost Skyward Sword elements there, as you kind of see that wrapped around the perimeter as well. There's a lot to take in here. A lot of really nice detailed art. My biggest criticism with the actual console, though, is the actual clips that kind of give you those. It gives you a little bit more real estate when you're holding the Joy-Con as well. They did nice with the cord, but they just left it this white. It just kind of doesn't look like it matches. It really needed to be gold. It would have been even better if it continued the pattern. So here you have like half a circle that's cut off. Here you have some of the green that is just cut off. It kind of looks a little jarring. And I'm not really sure why they took that artistic approach, but they doubled down on it, unfortunately. Jumping over to the Nintendo Switch Pro controller, here you have very similar art. You're seeing a lot of those circles and that same radial again with the symbols around it. You have the right analog stick, which is surrounded in a gold ring. You have that same inscription of the Triforce with those kind of wings around it with all the spokes coming out. Almost looks like a bird. You know, see like bird legs here and like a bird tail. It's kind of hard to tell what that is. I'm sure it will make more sense as the game goes on. But you have that all on this nice black material that makes the, this black plastic that makes the golds pop. But your eyes are not deceiving you. For some weird reason, they have decided to make the right handle of the controller white. And it just breaks the design entirely. It breaks my head because you're not getting any continuation. I thought I had a back cover of this. I guess I don't. You're not getting any continuation of the pattern here. You're not seeing more of this art trickle down. It's like they just cut the line right here and said, that's it. You can make the excuse over here that since the circle does actually end before the grip starts, that there's no pattern to continue. Although it would have been cool had they taken the circle and made it wrap a little bit around the handle. Here, they very clearly cut part of the symbol and the circle off here, and they've just replaced it with this just solid white piece that just doesn't look like it belongs. As I said, it's just artistically, it's not quite there. The aesthetics are just off, and it really shouldn't be like that, unfortunately. Now, the carrying case, I think they've done a pretty good job with. Very different symbols here than presented before. You still have that emphasis of these circles and the radial rings and these different inscriptions here, but the interior is different. Instead of seeing the actual Triforce, here you're looking at like this hand with some other artwork around it on the sides. The overall, I think the set is nice, depending on which of these variants you get. If you're going to go with the Nintendo OLED with the really nice kind of, vibrant gold, shiny, very majestic, but busy at the same time with the cool inscriptions. I think you're going to be served well there. Although I think if you are going to play with the Joy-Cons, you probably don't want to have this extended clip on because it just doesn't really look quite right to me. I know it's going to give you a little bit more to hold on to, and obviously the wrist straps are gold, which is nice, but I feel like they missed the mark here. The carrying case, I think, looks great for what it is. I don't need any more carrying cases. I have like 70 of them. I swear I collect these things at this point. But if you're on the market for a carrying case, this is awesome. It's not gaudy. It's not over the top. I even like the way they did the zipper with these nice finger pulls with this additional piece of plastic so you get a little bit of bite when you're zipping and unzipping your console on the go. That's nice. The Pro controller looks amazing, minus that weird grip there, which I think really draws your attention to that more than anything else. I feel like if this had been black and they had made this gold symbol here on the Triforce, I think it would have popped a little more. It kind of just looks like an afterthought almost, because your eye is immediately gravitating to this white blob, and then your eye is going to kind of scan the pattern here, and then you might go, oh yeah, I can see the Triforce. It's kind of faint there in the center. I think that's somewhat of a miss. But if you're like me and you like this kind of stuff, and the more you look at it, the more you think you like it, this might be the controller or the set for you. Pre-order should be going live here very, very soon. As far as I can tell, they are not exclusive to GameStop or Best Buy or any of the other vendors. You'll be able to get them all. So keep your eyes peeled if you're interested in any of these. I promise you, and I say this in every single collector's edition video I do, I promise you these are going to sell out. And I know there's going to be some guy or gal who's going to write something in my comments in 3 months from now saying, oh, I didn't realize it was already sold out, or I went to my local store and they didn't have any, and do you know where I can get any in stock, or any going to be coming back in? And I tell you, as I told everybody else, if you're even remotely interested in any of these products I showed you, the second they go live, do yourself a favor and pre-order the damn thing. And then if you don't want it, you can cancel it later. Most vendors do not require payment upon pre-order. They only require payment on shipping. So it gives you some time to save up some dough, to really do some research and figure out if it's something you're interested in. Do not wait on these. This game has the makings of Game of the Year. This is a genre-defining game that, just like Breath of the Wild, is something that we will still be comparing other games to in the future. And we're going to mark this as a major leap forward in open world gameplay. And when you have a hot game, the hot collector edition console that accompanies it instantly goes up in value. Hope you guys found this video interesting and informative. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.